No?
Is it on Facebook?
Yeah, pro pickleball.
Oh, you're a Djokovic fan, right?
Welcome back, everybody. I'm John Jerpstead from the 2019 Beer City Open from Grand Rapids, Michigan at Belknap Park. We've got a great match coming up here for you. We've got Ben Johns against his brother Colin Johns.
Where you made contact before or after.
And this is a bronze medal match, the best of three. The winner of this has the right to go to the gold medal match against Tyson McGuffin. We got our certified ref, Bob Unitzek, who will be keeping an eye on things and keeping people honest.
Chelsea.
Give me a chance to talk about the sponsors. The silver level sponsors are tier 3 sponsors. We got Bosch, Kilman, and Vanderwall. BKV is a full-service law firm with 11 attorneys assisting clients throughout West Michigan and the Lakeshore. Engage Pickleball, believe and perform. A Florida-based manufacturer of paddles, balls. Gamma Pickleball, discover the world's most innovative pickleball equipment. Temper Sports, liberate your game with high-performance shake. Visit the Temper booth in the vendor area. Jimmy John's, we're freaky fast, so your sandwich arrives freaky fresh. You can order the sandwiches here on site, over by the beer garden. Also, Grand Rapids Racket and Fitness. It's the premier tennis, pickleball, and fitness club in the area. And they're also our backup indoor site. Pickleball Central, the Pickleball Superstore. Still going through the warm-ups here. If you're out there thinking about doing this tournament next year, that would be a good idea. This is the second year of this tournament. It's turning into be a fabulous one. Tournament directors Andrea Coop, Paul Richards, and Jeff Howlett do a fantastic job in this 2-year-old tournament.
Where's our chairs? Where's our chairs?
We ordered the chairs,
Where's
Dave.
our chairs?
And the chairs have not arrived yet on site, but Dave Weinbach has arrived with my lunch. Or is that your lunch?
What would you like?
No, I'm joking.
I can get you a sandwich.
Lobster.
We ordered that 2 years ago at the U.S. Open. We haven't seen it.
I think we ordered it 4 years ago at Nationals.
We haven't seen the shrimp, the lobster, or the Alaskan king crab legs.
I know.
Let's see here.
Oh, there's a guy with 2 chairs right there.
I thought he was coming towards us. I thought he was going to offer them, but
yeah,
he's not offering, John.
No such luck. Jeff Howlett is out there looking for chairs right now, I'm assuming, unless he forgot. He may have forgotten about us. Boy, those chairs look nice.
Oh, I thought you were bringing those for us.
Well,
I thought you had those for other commentators. Depends on your commentation.
Oh.
Okay, well, let us know if you're not going to use them.
Did you buy one of these rockers?
No, those look nice. They got like shock absorbers on there.
Yeah, they rock. And
oh,
so
okay.
we take them camping a lot.
They look nice.
Oh, yeah.
Are they light?
Well, not really. So you won't want to carry it for miles and miles and miles.
Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah. But they're very comfortable.
We almost had them, Dave.
We could test those out and see how comfortable they are. I mean, if they really want us to, we could test them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have we teed up this match, John?
I teed it up a little bit, but let's get your viewpoint, Dave.
This is an interesting
I
matchup.
think there may be an edge here, but I want to see if you have the same edge as I do.
This is an interesting matchup because this match has happened very much in practice rounds, but to my knowledge, never in a
Never in a tournament?
competitive environment.
Well, we'll see what happens. And they're being friendly right now to each other.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens on the
But
court.
when the ball goes up in the air, I think these are two competitors, John, that are going to give it all they can handle because there's a lot at stake here. Not only a lot of money on the line,
Correct.
but the winner of this match will advance to the gold medal match to take on McGuffin, who's waiting in the wings.
You know what? I don't think money has anything to do with this. There's family pride on the line here, Dave. And here we go.
And that's going to tick the top of the tape and sail long to a side out. So Colin will be serving to Ben. I think this is going to be 2 out of 3 games to
It is.
11.
Yes, it's 2 out of 3, Dave.
Oh, he got
Just
to the
a
ball.
smidge out.
Wow, I didn't even think he was going to get to that ball.
No human can do that. Well, one can, I guess.
These two practice a lot together when they're in the same area. Of course, Colin lives in South Florida now, and Ben is now going to be a sophomore at the University of Maryland, so spending a lot of time in Washington, D.C. area.
Right.
One zero. You know what? We got another special guest that's
Oh my
close
God,
by
we got
that I'm going
special
to ask
guests
a few
all
questions
over the
to.
place.
We got another special guest close by that knows these players extremely well. Another South Florida gentleman that most people don't know, but his last name is Yates. Kyle, you've played a lot of pickleball with both of these guys.
Welcome, Kyle.
Singles and doubles. How do you anticipate this matchup? Because you probably know these guys' games better than anybody.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, Dave. I know Colin has been practicing with Ben up in Maryland. Colin just moved back to Maryland and actually is the head racket professional up in Baltimore. But I know Colin has improved tremendously over the last 6 to 12 months and has learned a lot from Ben's game. So they actually both play a pretty similar style, but Colin will run. Wow, great cross-court forehand from Colin there. He'll run for days. He just never seems to get tired and can come up with angles at any time. So I think Ben's actually got his work cut out for him. This is gonna be a great match.
Colin likes to switch to his left hand sometimes when he's on a running backhand. Is he as good passing with his left as he is with his right?
Just about. I know when he played tennis, he was ambidextrous, so he actually had 2 forehands. He does it a lot in pickleball also. In pickleball, you don't necessarily have a lot of time to switch hands all the time. So right there, you played a backhand, but you will see him when he has a chance to switch to a left-handed forehand. He'll do that.
We were talking earlier about how these guys, even though they're brothers, they are gritty competitors, and there's a lot on the line here, not just the money aspect of it, but the winner of this will advance to the gold medal match to take on McGuffin. So I think once the ball went up in the air here, these guys are forgetting that they're brothers.
Nice shot.
What a
Colin.
backhand pass.
Wow. So we're at 4-1, guys.
Do you give the edge to Colin in terms of quickness, in terms of the feet?
Yeah, Colin seems to just have a little more stamina and be a little quicker. But Ben moves well and anticipates well. So he covers the court better than you would expect. So, Ben doesn't necessarily look fast, but he gets to the balls pretty efficiently like that, right there. I mean, Colin looks fast. Ben gets the ball efficiently. So, I think it's pretty even in that regard.
Ben moves very smoothly. I equate it to kind of Federer in tennis. Federer doesn't look fast, but he's incredibly efficient with his movement, and I think that's how Ben is, both singles and doubles.
Yeah, and Colin reminds me of a Djokovic-style player,
Yeah.
which if you're not following Wimbledon right now, you should be, because it is 8-8 in a 5th set in Wimbledon right now.
Going on their 5th hour of play. Those of you that are DVRing Wimbledon, we apologize.
Yeah. Spoiler alert!
But it is 8-8 in the 5th. And there's a good example of he went to his left hand, and it's like a natural motion for him.
Oh, wow.
Colin probably has a history of playing on some clay, judging by that slide.
Yeah, that was impressive. I don't know if I would try that.
I thought it was an ice cream truck skidding into this Belknap Park. I looked behind me.
Oh, what a great serve there.
19 plus 35 plus.
I I think Ben thought that return was going to sail long.
It floated.
And it came down.
It floated, but landed right on that line. Colin even wasn't sure if it was in or not either.
Colin just had a great win over Zane Nankerville, and they had that was a war.
Yeah, both those guys are so fast. Zane played really well.
Oh, look at the court coverage here.
I think Ben's actually got an inch or two reach on Colin, but Colin covers that course so well and stretches and is able to hit full stretch, and so he's able to cover that net really well and generate angles.
After this match, Ben might regret helping his brother so much in their singles games in the last month.
I think he'll be proud of his brother either way, but yeah, like you said, they're such competitors. They both of them want to win this really bad.
Oh, look at that cover.
Nice
that got off the net. What hands? Oh, my God. What the? Oh!
Here!
The point of the day! Unbelievable court coverage from both players. There were two balls in there, Kyle, that I didn't think even Colin was going to be able to get to.
Yeah, even Ben had a smile on his face after that. That was a great point.
Campus, please come.
I'm actually surprised Ben isn't calling a timeout right here to recover after all that running.
Please come to the tournament desk.
I guess he didn't need it.
No.
That ain't coming back.
That's a good non-timeout there.
I think Ben is still tired from 2 points ago. You know, we watched that match earlier, Kyle, where McGuffin was playing Johns, and that was a 3-set war. Do you think that match has had a lasting effect on Ben in terms of his energy level?
I think for a little bit, but Ben's such an athlete. He'll recover. It seemed pretty grueling. I know Tyson's appreciating the little break he's getting right now, while Ben now has to play a match to play him again. But Ben finds ways to conserve energy. There are times he looks tired, looks down and out, and then somehow musters up some energy. So I think we'll see him, get a spurt of energy here, and he'll be able to play.
Let's get an updated score here, John.
I'm going to try to listen to Bob Unitek here. 4-2.
Oh, that's a great deep return.
Oh, the ice
That's
cream truck's here again.
That's a good lesson for us, John. In singles, there's such a big emphasis on the serve and the return compared to the doubles game. And if you watch these players, look at the depth on that serve, how he just forced an error. So Ben is so good at depth in the court, both on his serve and his return. That's what's made him he and Tyson, the most dominant singles players over the last year and a half.
Colin's certainly showing that he wants a piece of the action in that top level singles.
Oh, he's already there. I mean, this kid's game, in my opinion, is built for singles. No knock on his doubles game. He's come a long way in his doubles game, but I think Colin John's game, his game is just built for singles.
Well, with the 2 forehands and his speed and his court coverage, I'd have to agree with you.
Report to the tournament desk. Capes, please report to the tournament desk.
Also the win.
How much older is Colin than Ben?
Well, I know, 6 years. I know Colin's a couple years older than me, and Ben's 3 years younger than me. So.
Any available
And talk
So
about
do the math,
Colin's.
Dave.
please report to the tournament desk.
Talk about Colin's background, Kyle. What has he been doing with his athletic life over the last 5-6 years?
Well, Colin was actually a pro tennis player, so he was traveling, playing, pro tennis tournaments, and now just got hired at Baltimore Country Club as a head racket professional. So, he's been around tennis his whole life. I know Ben's played some tennis, but I know they've grew up playing a lot of high-level table tennis together. So they've been competing with each other for a long time, and Ben being the little brother, I know Colin would like to beat him up right now.
Speaking of high-level ping pong, the rumor has it that Ben was playing a little ping pong last night, beating up on people without a ping pong paddle, but a beer coaster.
He's been known to do that.
That's a pretty long rumor, but it's probably true.
Ben beat me with a spatula once, but in my defense, that spatula was pretty overpowered. It had a lot of pop to it.
Gets played ping pong near the National Training Center. Growing up.
Colin giving Ben a look of.
I remember an event
Hey,
in
how'd you like that?
in Southern California where the Yates and the Weinbach were playing with the back of their cell phones in the backyard of
What a nice shot.
Brambilla.
the Brambillas.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking on some Utah boys. That had to be about 4 or 5 years ago now.
Women's doubles, 4.5.
Oh, what a great serve.
19 plus 35, 50 plus. Emily Whiteley and Julianne.
We're going around the post here.
Oh,
Colin anticipated it so well.
Taylor on court number
Oh,
No referee for this game, ladies. Please report
that's
to the
in.
tournament desk.
Ben's laughing over that.
Oh.
Ben was laughing halfway through that point. He knew he was toast, but he was somehow still on the point.
Emily Whiteley and Julianne Smith versus Ann
Big
Evans.
brother moving the younger girl
6.
from side to
Please
side.
report to the tournament desk to pick up
Ben looking like he's gasping for some air over there.
Side to side, front, back, all
I'm
over the
surprised
place.
that Ben hasn't utilized a timeout here. He seems a little bit tired. Score? 6-5 here in Game 1 of the bronze medal match, coming at you live from Belknap Park here in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan. Oh, another great forehand cross-court volley. Colin in terrific control of the ball. Oh,
That was a lefty, too.
lefty net court down the line for a winner in the back foot and a half of the court.
Stayed in by a lot.
I think Ben is just shaking his head at that.
Taking goes a left on the top of whatever it looks like.
Ben looks at
I thought that was wide.
Colin and
I thought that was wide.
calls it out.
I thought from our angle, I saw green there, John. Did you get a good look at that?
Yeah, I think it was out.
Yeah. Ben questioned it, but
He just looked at Colin to see if he would.
yeah, Colin agreed.
He knew. And then Ben called it out.
Ben a little bit frustrated with himself in this game, John. He's had a few unforced errors that are un-Ben Johns like.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one. That's a forehand volley that he will execute 98 out of 100 times.
Ben is normally unbendable, but he's
Yeah.
bending a little bit now.
As some people say, unflappable. All right,
We have a side out.
let's see if Ben can utilize this side out and build.
Build a little momentum. He needs it. 5-9.
5-9.
First of 3.
Yeah. Ben leaning right, thinking Colin was going to draw that across his body, cross court, and didn't anticipate that down the line. Folks, you cannot tell on your monitors, but Colin is serving downwind to Ben. And another sailed return long by 2 feet.
It's not that windy.
There's a solid return there.
$5-10.
5-10. Remember, guys, this is 2 out of 3 games, 2-11 here in this bronze medal match. The winner will be advancing to the gold medal match, where they'll take on Tyson McGuffin, who is waiting in the wings because he came through the winner's bracket unscathed.
Skate. Waiting in the wings somewhere in the shade, I'm sure. I've been looking up in the trees and see if I see Tyson relaxing, maybe in a hammock.
We all know Tyson and Ben have a long history of some great matches together. I don't know if Colin Johns has ever played Ben. I'll see if Yates might know the answer to that. Has Colin ever played Tyson McGuffin in a competitive match, to your knowledge?
I think Colin actually played Tyson in the semifinals of the U.S. Open this year.
And how did that go, Kyle?
Tyson McGuffin won that match in 2 close games. And it was a hot, steamy Naples day. But I think McGuffin is 2-0 against Colin at this point. Colin actually played Tyson earlier today, and Colin Johns won the first set on Tyson earlier today, and ended up dropping the next 2 games. So it's too tight.
Okay. Well, Collin Johns takes game 1, and then takes a seat in the chair, and leaves the younger brother to stand. Very disrespectful.
Little gamemanship there, you think,
Respect
Dave?
your elders.
Yeah.
So these players, John, will switch sides, and now Ben will be playing downwind to Colin, and he will need to win game 2 to because the players will switch sides at 6.
And the wind isn't terribly strong. I'm hearing from the production truck about 6-7 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing from the truck that throughout the day it's expected to pick up. And the other thing I'm hearing from the truck, hold on, let me listen to my ear. The truck is saying that it's 82 degrees with a 7-mile-an-hour wind right now.
Oh, I've got 81 degrees. It's going to get up to 86.
And the refill on the court is 91.
Women's doubles, 3.5, 19 plus to 50 plus. Jenny Heslip and Kristen Reinhardt.
Let's keep an eye out here and see if Ben can get some energy flowing in that body. Right now he's looking a little sluggish to me, but do not ever underestimate the mental fortitude of Ben Johns. Sometimes he looks tired, and as Kyle said earlier, he somehow finds ways to get that energy back and beat people. He's such a competitor. Don't let that easygoing face, that innocent, sweet face, get to you. He's a battle. And Kyle, you've competed in sports your whole life. Have you ever met somebody with more internal competitive motivation and desire than Ben?
Ben just has that composure about him where he seems like he's tired, he seems down and out, and then just, it just takes one big play and all of a sudden he's back in it.
Dave, the wind has just picked up some more here.
It has. The truck is now saying that there's a 14-mile-an-hour wind. Oh, what a pass! I mean, Ben hit a good approach shot there, close to the kitchen line, and Colin came up with an unbelievable forehand angle cross court. Oh, the wind takes that long. I think Ben liked that volley when he hit it, and the wind carried it an extra 2.5 feet. Oh, Colin anticipated that so well, and he's laughing that he missed that easy forehand cross court. Colin having to battle back all day after that early loss to McGuffin.
1-3.
1-3. Oh! Oh, I thought that was short. I think that was short.
Yep.
I'd like to thank our
Around the post was
Thought
short.
so too.
Yeah, Ben didn't call it out, but I don't think that ball got back to the kitchen.
2019 Habitat Crew in the Bedford area. I'd also like to thank Karen Brewing, another
He's going to get there.
Coasting Pinecraft beer.
Oh, nice lob and a tweener. Oh, doesn't quite make it over. Trying to earn his Sick Tricks badge on his shirt. Got to do that every once in a while to keep up that cred.
That's right.
We saw one of those in an exhibition the other night here. Who was responsible for that?
We had a little fun with Eddie and Webby, our podcast friends.
Love the passion and enthusiasm that those guys are bringing to pickleball.
Oh yeah, they're great for the sport. They make it very entertaining. If you guys watch any of their live feeds or any of their podcasts, it's a lot of fun.
Well, they did a podcast the other night, that Parent Brewing, that lasted 3 hours and 45 minutes.
A lot of special guest cameos in that as well.
That's going to sail long. Well, courtesy of Pro Pickleball. This is Dave Weinbach along with John Germstead and special guest Kyle Yates bringing you this live action. Folks that are watching this, go to that computer or your phone and share, and like, so a lot of people can take in this great action.
Why not watch it on your big smart TV? That would be the way. Why watch it from your cell phone?
Colin keeping that ball deep. Oh, that's just too good.
Wow.
Colin anticipated that ball down the line. He was moving right before Ben even hit it.
Yeah, can you tell they've practiced with each other a few times? It seems like every time one of them is about to make a shot, the other starts moving in the direction of the play.
Colin just covers the court so well, and he makes it look easy. Oh, what a terrific backhand cross-court pass.
Kind of an announcer's jinx there, Dave. I'd apologize.
Thanks to our producer, director, Carl Schmidt, and Pro Pickleball, we are coming to you live from Belknap Park, along with John Germstead. This is Dave the Badger Weinbach, bringing you this terrific live action. He is not going to cover that one.
Please report to the tournament desk.
Great pressure there by Ben.
Jeff Howlett, please report to the tournament desk.
And Colin calls a timeout at 6-3.
6-3 here in Game 2. Colin Johns took Game 1, so Ben Johns must capture Game 2 to force a Game 3. If we do go into Game 3, there will not be an advantage-disadvantage with the win because the players will switch sides at 6. Kyle, as we look forward to the second half of Game 2 and potentially a Game 3, what do you see as the keys as you look at this match going forward?
Well, one, Colin's got to keep up this outstanding level of play. This is impressive. I mean, he's covering the court well. He's hitting ridiculous winners, hitting angles, moving Ben around. So I think Colin just has to keep up his level of play, what he's doing now. But Ben's just got to keep the energy up. You know, he's doing a lot of running right now. If he can keep his stamina up, then he should be able to pull this off. So we'll see. We'll see who can keep up the level of play longest.
Court number 12 with referee Ryan Haynes. Women's senior.
Oh, he had a really good look at that forehand pass. He wants that one back.
Versus Eva Walsh and Nancy Henderson.
He held that ball as long as he possibly could to see where Colin was going to lean to. I think that caught.
What a nice look there.
All right, so that gets us back to 6-3. Johns, as in Ben, serving to Johns, as in Colin, downwind, and that's going to sail long.
That was into the wind, so.
Yeah, it sure was. It didn't look like Colin hit it that hard.
No.
7-3. Oh, what a great deep serve. Oh, wow. I mean, that's off a terrific return deep in the corner. And Ben got there in plenty of time to smack a forehand cross court. Colin looking for that ball down the line. Oh, Ben going with a two-hander. Oh, that's too good.
Oh, yeah. Nice block down. Down, John.
Colin was moving to his left before Ben even hit that.
Senior pro doubles, Kim Jack and Gigi Lemaster versus Christine Barksdale and Yvonne Hackenberg.
Oh!
Somebody home.
Whose side is that?
Did Colin think he had a partner out there at some point?
I think Ben just said, who's over there?
On court 11 with referee
Nobody would have gotten that ball back. Look at the outstanding court coverage here. What?
10 to 8.
Oh! I think Ben thought that point was over.
That might have been the fourth ATP that Ben has hit that Colin has returned in singles.
You see how You see how low Colin gets for those around the post?
That ball's out. Point.
Colin anticipates those ATP soil, and he gets down
4-8.
and low, and he's got that paddle down like a pancake. Oh, that's coming over. Oh, man, he really had been off balance there off that really good lob.
So now we're at 5-8, Dave. Got a little mini comeback here.
We have Noah Waddell and Christine McGrath taking in this live action. Say hi to our live streaming audience.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, another unforced error by Ben. That's a very rare unforced error off his backhand. He loves that backhand volley cross court, and he's one of the best at it.
Now we're at 6-8.
Colin making a move here. If he takes game 2, he is in the gold medal match. Oh, he's going to get it with his left. Oh, what defense. What? Sits there. Oh, wow. Unbelievable court coverage. Look at, Ben's even laughing at this one. Ben says, stop running so fast. 8-6. Ben serving downwind to Colin. Oh, he goes behind him.
Oh, not quite.
Excellent volley deep to the backhand behind Ben, and he could not catch up to it.
Epperly and Lori Stern versus June Lappin and Becky
Oh, what a great return.
14.
That's going to sail wide.
Straight. Women's doubles.
All right, I think we are at 8-6 here. Ben is 3 points away from forcing this to a game 3.
Stern versus June Lappin and Becky Govey.
Nice inside-out cross-court forehand.
Straight.
Oh, that's not going to be covered. I'm not sure Ben would have gotten that even if it didn't hit the net. That was an awful long way.
Apology there.
Men's singles 4.5, 19 plus to 65 plus. EJ Karsten versus Anton.
That's just too good.
There is no referee for this game, so gentlemen, please report to the tournament desk for your scorecard. That's men's singles 4.5, 19 through 65 plus. EJ Karsten versus Anton Thurman, court number 7.
See how he gets that deep return? Oh! That ball hung on that tape
Yeah.
for what felt like 3 seconds.
The pickleball gods did not reward Ben at all there.
I thought downwind it might nickel over. Oh, that's going to be tough. Even for the lefty, that was a tough ball to catch up to. That ball was 3 feet behind his body at one point. We are at 8-8 here in game 2. Colin took game 1, so Ben must have this game to force game 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
that has a nice spin on it.
Yeah, it spun away from him. 9-8 here in game 2 in this bronze medal match here at the Beer City Open at beautiful Belknap Park in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Along with John Germstead, we call him JJ. This is Dave the Badger Weinbach bringing you this live action. Oh! I think that shot was there, John. He just had to wrap it around the post, but he was a little late getting to the ball.
And that's the pulley side of the post, and I believe it hit that pulley there.
Gentlemen, please come to the tournament desk for your scorecard.
Or crank, I guess you would call it.
And we have a timeout here as these players get a little hydration. Not a lot of shade, though, John, that they can get on this court.
No, this court is, well, a little bit if they go towards, away from the camera here, the west side.
We're enjoying some nice shade over here, John.
Oh, it's beautiful. This is beautiful. If we had chairs, it would be even nicer.
What happened to your chair order? You ordered those chairs 45 minutes ago.
Well,
Jeff Howlett, where are you?
Just like the lobster we ordered 5 years ago. It still hasn't come.
Jeff is still looking for those 2 chairs. Yeah. I think he's almost to the Birch Lodge looking for chairs right now.
Yeah. A couple of stools. That'd be nice. couple stools and a couple Bloody Marys would be nice.
All right, we are back. Colin getting ready to serve to Ben, serving into the wind. Oh, nice cover by Ben. Oh, yeah. Both these players anticipating so well where the brother is hitting their next shot. You can tell that they've played an awful lot together. They've been practicing for, I think, over a month together up in Maryland. And I think that serve caught the line and skidded off the line. Colin taking a second look at it, but that ball did hit the line, John.
Yeah, we're at 10-8 here.
Game
to
point.
Force a game 3.
And there it is.
There it is. We're on game 3, folks.
Ben takes game 2, and that's going to force a game 3. These players, I believe, are going to get a little bit of a break here, and we'll be back with some more live action. I think these players, if I were them, John, I'd get off this court. I'd seek some shade and some hydration if it was me. But looks like Colin's going to take a seat on the court. Ben is coming out by us to seek some shade here, Ben. Ben listening to the live stream and seeking some shade. Doesn't it feel a little bit over here, Ben?
Feels a lot better over here.
Hey, great,
nice, Dave.
great job pulling out game 2 there, buddy.
It was brutal. He makes me work for every point. Classic.
I think you're making him work pretty hard, too.
Yeah, but he doesn't get tired.
He doesn't get tired.
Come on, he's so much older than you.
Ben, you look like you're tired, but you're pretending, right? You're pretending you're tired.
Yeah, absolutely,
You're
John.
just,
Yeah.
just
it's all
gamemanship.
fake. Yeah.
Gamemanship. Yeah.
Ben asking for a chair. The chair. We ordered some chairs a while ago, Ben.
I bet he gets one way before we do.
He should.
Who'd you send? Jeff Howlett?
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
I heard you guys talk. I keep one ear over here. Good advice sometimes. Like seek the shade.
Seek the shade.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing a great game 3 here in this bronze medal match, courtesy of Pro Pickleball and our producer-director, Carl Schmidt, along with John Germstad. This is Dave Weinbach bringing you this live action on a gorgeous day here, John.
Oh, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. Should we talk about a couple of the sponsors, Dave?
We should talk about a lot of the sponsors, John.
Yeah, the sponsors, this tournament wouldn't be done without these great sponsors. The platinum level sponsors are Paddle Tech, a new era of Paddle Tech coming fall of 2019. Also, Perrin Brewing, toasting fine craft beers to Brew City, USA since 2012. Also, ilovepickles.org, a place for all things pickled. We relish pickleball. Also, Selkirk Sports. Selkirk, we are pickleball. And then last but not least, platinum sponsor, Elders Helper. Live on your own with a helper in your home. So you can get a helper in your home, Dave.
Elders Helpers has been great.
You're an elder now.
With the lip balm and the sunscreen all week, John.
It's been awesome.
They've been great.
Here we go, starting game 3 here. And a quick side out.
Nice of Ben to come over and do a little commentary in that timeout.
In-match interviews are always great.
He was listening closely to us for that advice about getting off the court and seeking some shade.
Yeah, good coaching, Dave.
Oh, that's going to sail a ball wide.
Yeah. 1-0 early on in this third of 3.
Man, that serve, I think, hit the line. These guys both have got to be very tired, John. They started at 7:30 this morning, and now it was only 62 degrees when they started, but by about 11 o'clock, it was 75 to 77, and these guys have a lot of matches today, and boy, Ben came off a war with McGuffin in that winner's bracket final. They went 3, and Collin had a tough match that you and I did with Zane Nankivil, Navratil, from Wisconsin, and boy, this is very entertaining pickleball to watch.
Yeah, it really is.
Of course, we're not running around on a 90-degree court.
Yeah, we're only tired because we don't have chairs. Side out. One.
Back with you, John. Just needed a little drink break there.
65 plus.
Was that a forehand pass down the line? Yeah.
Versus Robert
Very
Dempsey
impressive.
On court number 9 with referee Gary Hersberg. Then singles 4.5, 19 plus to 65 plus. Shane
Oh, he got to that ball.
versus
Oh, that one's not coming down.
number 9
No,
with referee
too much there.
Gary Hersberg.
A great effort,
Colin,
nonetheless.
very talented with that left hand, but I think his right hand passing shot is certainly better than his left. But when he played tennis, he played ambidextrous. He had 2 forehands. And that's why, folks, he does that in pickleball. That's a very natural motion for him. And if you can do that, it's a huge competitive advantage. All right, let's get an updated score from referee Bob.
Bob Unitek, certified ref. 2-2. Check side out. Colin's looking like he's looking for oxygen. Breathing a little heavy.
Both these guys' shirts look like they just went in the river about 2 blocks from here. That ball was about a half a ball deep. Yeah, Colin called it. He looked over here to see what we thought, but it was too close for us to say.
That's coming down.
That's going to be in. Oh, wow. He actually got to that ball. I think he got to it and questioned the type of shot he was going to hit. He could have driven that. He could have sliced it in the kitchen, which is what he tried, or he could have re-lobbed it. And it looked to me like he wasn't totally committed to the shot. Oh, I got behind Ben, and he's going to get this too.
There too, yeah.
Around the post.
Oh, it's defended.
I didn't think it was in.
But it was out.
I don't think Ben's shot around the post got all the way back to the court. I saw green.
Put the umbrella over here, guys.
3-2.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Fortune.
Okay, we'll have a side out. Ben will be serving to Colin. 2, serving 4. Ben is hitting into the wind, and the wind is also going from Ben's left to right a little bit. Oh! Great hustle by Ben, but he just couldn't get anything on that forehand passing shot, and Colin had all day to get to that ball.
Ben is proud to be a major sponsor and
I think, John, this might end up being a who wants it more match,
Right.
because both these guys are exhausted and given everything they got. That's going to be short. Good example as to why you want to get that volley deep in the court like that. That makes your opponent's shot so much more difficult. Oh, nice drop by Ben. Oh, that was a long way to go for Colin to get to that ball.
That shot a good third.
Yeah, terrific backhand roll.
3-4.
3 serving 4. Oh! I thought he'd go around the post, but looked like he didn't. I thought that shot was there to go around the post. I mean, he hit that. He was almost to the fence over there.
In fact, he looked at the court after he hit it and knew that he had the shot, but just didn't perform that.
Ben questioning his shot selection there.
Deadlocked at 4s. Net cord.
What?
Gets there.
Oh! What an
What a shame. He
amazing
made such a great
get by
effort.
Colin.
Oh my gosh.
Colin's so fast.
It's a good thing Ben stayed in that point because on the previous shot he had to think that was a winner,
Right.
and he didn't quit on it.
Give up. Yeah.
I mean, that was an unbelievable get by Colin. Then he hit it around the post in the court. Oh, this is such amazing singles.
Wasn't far enough, Dave.
You need to wait longer.
He had to wait another half a second, and then it easily would have had the angle to go around. I think that's just a little bit of inexperience, John.
Pedals, balls, and accessories.
Boy, you got to give McGuffin a big advantage in the gold medal match because
sure.
these
These
guys
guys
are
are
just
beating on each
killing
other.
themselves on this court in this 87 degree heat, and there's going to be a timeout by Colin Johns.
Yeah. Do you see anything, Dave, that you would tell him how to get back in this? Have you seen anything different from him?
Honestly, I think Ben has stepped up his game. I mean, he realizes what's on the line here, and he knows that he's got to give everything he's got in this game 3 to get into the gold medal match. And coming out by us here, seeking some shade and a drink during this timeout route here, and he's got to get back in there because when the referee calls the score, which referee Bob is going to do here in about 10 seconds, you only have 10 seconds to serve the ball, as you know, because John, you're a good referee yourself.
I would say good. Six-four. What an angled shot there from Colin Johns.
And a timely
to
timeout.
Get the ball back, and that is a successful timeout here. Yeah, but he couldn't convert that into a point.
That was a terrific return by Ben. I mean, he had a lot on that return, and it was deep in the court, and it was downwind. And folks, when you do that in singles, it puts an awful lot of pressure on the server when you can get that return in the back third of the court with a little bit of power.
6-4.
Oh, he's going after the serve more than I've ever seen him. Look for
Definitely has momentum.
One now.
look for Ben to kind of turn it up here, John, and close this out. I don't think he wants to be on this court for very much longer. And
Got another timeout.
another timeout by Colin. I think Colin understanding and realizing this is a very, very key point in this game, John.
Yeah, he needs to get that ball back. He needs to start scraping his way back into this. Otherwise, we could quickly get away from him.
We are in game 3 here in this bronze medal match. Colin Johns taking game 1, Ben Johns taking game 2, and the winner of this will advance into the gold medal match where McGuffin is waiting. He's very fresh, has been hanging out in the shade with this nice breeze for the last hour. Probably taking in this action from somewhere.
He may have gone back to the embassy suite, which is around the corner. He might be in the hot tub or the pool.
Oh, is he going to go for it? Oh, he got it, but he's just got the ball too high. I think Ben had the right idea though, going cross court. It just sailed about 2 balls higher than he wanted it.
First thing he said, he's too high.
Let's see if we can try to get an update soon on the women's pro doubles going on. They should be in their winner's bracket final. Oh, a lefty forehand pass.
Wow. You don't see that. You just don't see it.
Number 8, referee Linda Burrows. That's singles 4.5, 19 to 65 plus. Louis Charles
Back to back.
So momentum is.
That's just too good of a shot. I mean, even if Ben was leaning that way, I don't think he could have reached that ball. I mean, he painted the line. That's a good cover there. Oh, is he going to get it?
Oh, he got it.
Oh, he's not going to get that one,
No,
John.
he is not.
They should be about size.
What a great point.
All right, let's see if we get an
Momentum is-
updated score here, John.
7-7.
7-7. Colin has come back and tied this up. Those two timeouts, John, were very timely for Colin in this game. It was not looking good at 7-4.
He has his energy back. Gives up the ball, but that was a nice little run, Dave.
7-7, Ben serving downwind to Colin. Nice deep return. Yeah, that's Ben's favorite shot. He loves to roll that. Oh, he was there in plenty of time and
Colin got that ball down.
could not make the play.
Yeah. That's a great point from Byron Fresso that possibly they're thinking about what's coming next.
I don't think he's going to get this one, John.
No. Colin's going to need a new pair of shoes when this is over.
Certified referee Byron Fresso in the house. Byron might be doing the gold medal match in this singles. We'll find out later. But he does like to do gold medal matches.
I love the pressure.
Byron and his wife Marcia just do so many great things for the pickleball community and a large amount of time that they put for the love of the game. He's going to get this by... Oh! Just missed it by a ball.
Wow.
How about a ball and a half?
Wow.
3/4 possibly.
Oh, half a ball.
What a game. What a point. A very key point in the
It
game.
really was.
Christine is back here getting a little nervous,
Having a timeout.
a little tense.
Oh, so we have another timeout. I'm
I
not sure
thought
who called
Colin
this
used his... I thought Colin used his two timeouts.
one. Possibly Ben called one of those. That's what I'm thinking.
Is this an official timeout? Didn't he already use two timeouts this game?
Ben says he doesn't know, but it seems like 3 to me. But I could be wrong, you could be wrong.
No, referee Bob is not penalizing him here. This must be his second timeout. Maybe one of those was a hydration break, John.
Could have been.
With
No
the,
hydration breaks today? No. Okay. Yesterday we did have a hydration announcement that you could take a hydration break, but today apparently no.
interesting.
Oh, rolls off the board.
Oh, he missed it long. Ben got that easy forehand volley that he'll make 99 out of 100 times. Oh, I think that little error is going to prove very costly to Colin there. Let's remember that
Every
shot.
point is important.
8-7.
8-7. Uh-oh, a weak return. Oh! Colin moving to his right before Ben even hit the ball.
Fully committed to it.
He anticipated that before Ben even hit the ball. 7-8.
I gotta have this.
There's a big crowd here around John and I. We apologize if you're getting a lot of interference on the sound. We'll try to scoot up here a little bit. We are tied 8-8 here, John, in Game 3. A big crowd has gathered around this match, sensing the drama. Oh, he's going to get it. Ben moving him side to side here. Oh, and went for a villager's lob.
Yeah.
Better known as slobs.
After all of that, he went for the villager's lob, which turned into a slob, as Byron said. Okay, 9-8 here in game. Oh, 8-8. Yep, that's a side out. Oh, hits the tape and the line
Your best friend and enemy at the same time.
to take a 9-8 lead. Ben serving downwind here to Colin. He's 2 points away from a berth in the gold medal match. Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
Colin held that ball way too high on the back. As soon as that came off his paddle, he knew that was going to be way too high to Ben's forehand. Match point.
10-8 for the match. And that's it, folks. There you go.
Around the post.
Ben Johns takes it from his brother, Colin Johns, here at the 2019 Beer City Open. And Ben is going to the gold medal match against Tyson McGuffin, Dave.
And both players share a nice embrace there, a lot of smiles.
Yeah,
You know,
nice.
you love to see that, brothers or not.
Yeah.
You like to see that in pickleball, and both players really showing some terrific sportsmanship throughout that match. And Ben just has an ability to turn it up a notch at crunch time. We've seen it, John, time and time again.
That was crunch time. Very crunchy, to be honest with you.
And I'm not going to try to have any words here with Ben because he is exhausted, and we're going to let him go get a rest and get some shade and get some hydration. They're probably going to give him about 15 or 20 minutes before that gold medal match.
And that will be on court 5, so keep an eye on the Pro Pickleball channel on Facebook, and we have multiple cameras on that court, so this match coming up, I believe they're streaming one now, but they will stream the gold medal match in the men's singles probably right after this one's done, unless it's done in the next 10 minutes. They're going to give them a little more time than that, Dave.
Correct, John. They're going to put them on that court number 5 here at Belknap Park. And a quick shout out and a thank you to Carl Schmitz and Pro Pickleball for the tireless amount of effort he does to set all these live streams up. There's got to be 60 wires going all around here. I don't know how the guy does it, where he finds the time, but he does it for one reason, and that is to help grow our great game.
And he's doing a fabulous, fabulous job, and we appreciate all he does, and we thank him. And I thank you, Dave Weinbach, and I'm John Germstead. We're going to sign off from the 2019 Beer City Open from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Great to be with you, and folks, don't leave. Stay tuned, and also make sure that you are on your computer and phone. You share, and like, so many people get to enjoy all this great pickleball content.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.